Gentlemen, remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Test 1 2. Test 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 test. All right, I think we might have got it fixed. I don't know. We're still waiting to see. I think we got it fixed with the volume and the sound, and I do apologize for that. So all right, real quick, we're going to go over, and I do apologize for earlier, but encourage you all, if you get a chance to come out here and watch the junior high team for South Decatur. Got a lot of promising athletes on it. Real quick, we're going to go over them. Who it is Ethan Rohr, Emmett McFarland, Raylan Henson, Austin Owens, Kyler Leary, Riker Martin, Cameron Rigby, Peyton Bear, Brody Bolton, Landon Ward, Elam Phelps, Dalton Schaus, Miles Wall, Hayden Hampton, Hayden Kelly, Jack Rathburn, Rylan Meadows, Wyatt Flynn. Cougars are coached by Mike Rohr, Ben Vandenberg, Jonathan Schaus, and head coach is Josh Wall. Real quick, too, give a shout-out to Dad. Down way below, way away from here. Down with my sister Heather, and we got a lot of family listening, so it'll be interesting. I do apologize. The quality with the sun and everything makes it kind of hard, so bear with us. We'll go with you. So it looks like that the Cougars are going to receive first, and we'll go from there. All right. What do you think, Zach? Let's go. What do we got? Come on. You tell me.
I don't know.
We watched them.
This is going to be a game. I mean, we got some big cats on both sides of the ball here.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the ones for us to look out for is Elon and Miles.
Oh, yeah. Them two.
Those boys aren't scared to take somebody's helmet off.
No, they're tanks, man. So the Chargers, and you got that rivalry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's that rivalry, so it's a big deal. Good crowd tonight, too, man.
Absolutely, for a junior high game.
So 14, it's going to be Riker Martin. So he'll be taken down at about the 36, it looks like. They do play 8-minute quarters. They play 4 quarters. And the Cougars want to know, I don't know if you really count. They were supposed to play last week against Brown County, but that was canceled due to the heat. So that one, but the one game they did win, but it was an 8-man. They kind of counted as a scrimmage, I think, talking with Josh about it. So, all right, the Cougars come up to the offense. So I'm going to let you take it away, buddy.
Who we got in here at quarterback? I believe that.
It's Miles at center.
Riker. Handoff there to
Ethan Rohr.
Rohr gets maybe back to the line of scrimmage here.
Yeah.
He tried to find a hole over on that.
On that side.
On that side, just ran into a wall.
We'll see. You'll see a lot of running with Ethan Rohr, and Emmett McFarland does some running too. So
Riker Martin back under center. Handoff again here to Elon Phelps in the backfield this time there. He gets about, are they going to say he got back to the line again?
That's what it looks like.
Looks like he did. 3rd and 10 here for the Cougars. Turned out to be a pretty beautiful day out here. Good day for football.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful. Beautiful weather. All right, so they're going to come out, and it's 3rd and they got it up there, so it looks like it's about 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10, 3rd and 11. Yep. We got trips to the right. Martin back in the shotgun. Little dump off pass to Rohr, incomplete. Right through his hands.
So they're going to have to – Cougars are going to come out and do defense. This is where we'll see. This is what I like watching them play. This is where do well. So this is where we're going to really tell.
4th down here, we're going to see what we got drawn up here on 4th down. And they're running a play clock tonight, which I just now noticed.
Yeah.
Cougars got 10 seconds to get the ball off here. Trips to the right again. Riker Martin gets a snap again. He's being chased. And he gets hit by 3 Chargers there in the backfield for about a loss of 5. So the Chargers are going to take over on the Cougar 30.
So I wondered if they got anybody that can kick the ball.
I don't know.
Maybe just going gutsy with it right in the beginning just to kind of fill it out. Maybe catch them off. So we'll be watching. And if you can see numbers, Elon Phelps 52, Miles Wall was 56.
They hold down the middle of the field there.
They'll be
two biggest kids out there. Handoff here to number 10 for the Chargers, and he's got a hole. And he's
finally brought down. Looks like Miles got a hold of him.
Looks like Miles and Ethan Rohr got there on him.
Still looks like a pickup of about 7.
7, 8. 2nd down here for the Chargers.
You know, and factored in too, man. It's always hard when you play a game. You know, you don't play one for 2 weeks. I don't care how much practice.
Right.
You know, that's tough to come back out and, you know what I mean, be in that game mentality.
Absolutely.
So.
See Miles Wall here pushing the defensive lineman up. And hole on the opposite side, and that was wide open lane there for.
Trying to see what number was that. 25.
25.
And that is
Jimothy
Ralston.
Quite the unique name there.
Yeah, exactly. So we got a 1st down now. Ball's on about the 6, it looks like. And the quarterback is Henry Kinker.
Going to go under center here, single back in the backfield. And he's going to roll out to the right and pass, and he's got a guy wide open, bobbles the ball, and gets in for the touchdown.
Wow. So an early 6-0 lead for the Chargers. 5:22 left in the first quarter. It's always like that. They got to get in that groove. You know, you play that 8-man's what you played. You didn't play that 11. So now you're back into that groove of playing 11 on 11. And you got to get them. Now you just got to play smash mouth, man. You got to score, score a touchdown and come back and hold them on defense.
Looks like Chargers are going to go for 2 here. Got almost a I formation here, and they're not going to get in.
All right.
Stopped on the play.
Big stop. Who was that?
I believe that was Ladd Hampton.
That was the other boy. You know, he's talking to Josh, so he's got that defensive 4 of Miles, Elon, Hampton, and who was the other one? Was it McFarland?
I believe so.
A combined weight of right at about, I think, 800 pounds, and that's junior high, 8th graders.
Yeah.
That's pretty big. You don't see that a lot even in high school unless you go to the bigger schools. You know what I mean? You don't see that.
And the crazy thing is for how big these boys are, they can move.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And, you know, a lot of it goes back to, again, I was talking to Coach Martin about it a couple weeks ago. You know, these boys have been in the weight room, since last year.
Yep.
At the end of the season, all through the summer. And they're seeing it pay off now. And that's where you can be quicker, stronger, more physical. Your hits can be harder.
Yeah.
And that's where you see it pay off. So, Chargers are back now to kick it off. And we got a flag.
Boy, that's going to be offside on the kicking team, I believe.
That's what it looks like.
We're going to back them up here, I think.
And this is where you got to capitalize on this stuff, man.
Yeah.
You got to.
And look, as you can see, like, our boys are moving up because they know, like, this kid can't kick that far. So they're playing it smart.
Right.
Looks like we got Emmett McFarland and Ethan Rohr back deep here for the Cougars. Kicking off for the Chargers is 64, Charlie Palmer. And gets a hold of it that time.
Oh, better grab it. That's
Emmett
McFarland.
dropped it, picks it back up. He's going to try to cut back. Got a lane.
Go.
Stiff arm.
Go. Hold on that ball. All right, hey, that's a good run back. That's what you need.
That's a great run.
That's what you need. But the thing is, man, I've seen that boy be a lot quicker, so I don't know what's going on there. But, hey, that's still a good return. I mean, you needed that.
Yes.
So the Cougars are going to get a start on their, what about the 46, looks like?
About the 46.
All right, that's good. Let's put some points on the board now. There's 5 minutes and 11 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 6-0. The Chargers have taken the early lead. I do want to give a shout-out to my mom and grandma and everybody out in Idaho listening right now. That's pretty cool, too, ain't it, Little?
Yes, it is.
It's pretty neat.
Looks like the Chargers are loading the box here on the Cougars. And Riker Martin's going to hand it off to Emmett McFarland. He's going to get stuffed behind the line.
It's whether they're going to be doing it because they're thinking of the run. If they can get the pass game going a little bit, throw some confusion in there, would be really good, too. They need to do that.
About 2nd and 12, 13 for the Cougars here.
Got to have good blocking, too, man, up there. And you got them bigger guys. There's no reason why they can't stop them.
Absolutely.
They got to stop them.
So 2nd and about 13 here for the Cougars. Riker Martin in shotgun. Emmett McFarland next to him. Gets the pass, and it's off the hands of the Charger defender. And Rohr kind of beating himself up over that one. But
man, I mean, it was there. It could have happened. It couldn't. But I'll tell you what, if he'd have caught that, he'd have been gone. There was none but green grass behind him right there when he turned around.
And that's the thing that when teams don't realize when you load the box.
Oh, yeah.
You're putting 8, 9 people in the box to stop the run, so you only have 3 back, maybe 2 to stop the pass.
Yep. And that's the thing. I think South, they just got to come up with their groove. They got to do it. But the biggest thing is they got to hold them from scoring. You can't let them keep scoring because you don't have to match them.
Martin under center going to give it to Emmett McFarland. McFarland's going to get dropped in the backfield again for about a loss of 5. So that's going to bring up about fourth and 19 here for the Cougars. Just looks like this offensive front's just tired.
They are. They don't look like they're. I don't know, man. So who's back?
I believe that's Emmett McFarland punting here for the Cougars. Gets it away here. Decent kick.
Yep. Now we got to get him, boys. Nice. Way to sew him up. Good hit. Who was that? Come in, Roar?
That was
20.
That was Roar and Cameron Rigby on the tackle. Cameron Rigby just grabbed him by his legs, and Ethan just came in and cleaned it up. That's what you got to
And that's what you got to do. And still, it was a good hard hit by Roar. And again, you got to do that. Get that number tattooed on them boys' forehead, make them remember and realize. I mean, we saw that last week with Miles' massive hit on that one kid. And, from then on out, not saying he wasn't hurt, but from then on out, he was thinking about that.
Oh, yeah.
So the Cougars got to get up here and stop. They got to hold him.
For the Chargers. And it's going to be a handoff to the fullback, and he's got green grass ahead of him, but he's chased down there by, I believe.
That's Elam Phelps.
Elam Phelps. That kid he is pretty quick. I mean, he's about 6'2", maybe 210, 215.
So substitution, they brought in Kyler Leary, took Miles out. I don't know. This ain't the same boys we saw last week, even just hitting.
I wonder
hitting wise.
Having that break, not playing that game last week is
you probably wanted to play that game. That's the thing.
Chargers going to take it under the center and give it off to the running back, and he's got green grass ahead of him again, and Elam Phelps just cannot.
But how do you let him go and really just go untouched?
It's hard. It's hard. And sometimes, if you call a blitz, you're losing your backer that's got to protect that run gap. And when that happens, they find that lane that nobody blitzed down, and they run through that gap. And then you're forcing your secondary to play touchdown stopper.
Yeah. So now we got about, 3:19 in the first quarter. We'll see if they're going to go for the extra point here. Looks like they're going to go for 2.
Going to go for 2 here again. Chargers under center, and it's going to be a pass.
Nope.
And we got a flag on the far side of the field. Going to be against
the Chargers.
The Chargers here. False start false start against the Chargers. They're going to back them up again, and they're going to retry this extra, or 2, I should say, not extra point.
I don't know, man. They just got to get more solid out of this. You know, they need to do a little more. But that's all right. It's still early. We're still in the first quarter.
Absolutely.
But the biggest thing is you don't want them to keep scoring like they are.
Maybe it's the first quarter jitters.
Yeah, and it could be.
Chargers are going to take the ball under center again. It's going to be a pass rolling to the right. Got a guy open in the back of the end zone, and that is a touchdown for the Chargers. That is number 25, Jimothy Ralston again.
So that's going to take it 14-0.
14-0.
So we're going to take a real quick commercial break, and we'll come right back for the Cougars to get the ball. 3:19 left. The Chargers are leading 14-0.
Make this the summer event with a new 2023 Jeep or new 2023 Ram truck from Acre Automotive. Right now, choose from a big selection of new 2023 Jeep Cherokees, Grand Cherokees, Wranglers, Gladiators, or Wagoneers. Or if you're thinking truck, Acres have a nice selection of new 2023 Ram half-ton, 3/4-ton, and 1-ton trucks. See Kevin Milburn, Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, or Dan Rubel at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg.
All right, we're back here at South Decatur, and Charlie Palmer is kicking off here for the North Decatur Chargers. Back deep, Emmett McFarland and Ethan Rohr. Kick is up, and it goes over the head of Emmett, and he's trying to get to the ball, picks it up, runs close to south sideline, and just kind of gets wrapped up there.
I don't know why he didn't just go keep cutting up this way.
I don't know. I think
They
last
just
week
look
definitely.
asleep. I mean, they just look like they're not in it, and I think
It's definitely last week them not playing. I think
it is, and your last game is 8-on-8. You know, not that really affects because you practice 11-11, but still, it does affect it.
Right.
I mean, yeah, this definitely isn't the team that we saw last week.
So 1st and 10 here for the Cougars. Ball on about the 25-yard line. It's like we're going.
So Miles is actually the center too,
Yes.
as well on offense.
Riker Martin under center, gets a snap, handoff here to Ethan Rohr. Rohr is going to try to cut back and just get taken down there by.
I don't understand what they're doing. Like, why their lane choices aren't good. Like, they're stopping when there's 3 defenders on them. You can't either run full-fledged into them or you know, I don't know, man. It just isn't the same team.
Looks like Josh is over there talking to Elon. Maybe we're going to draw up something to give Elon the ball here, try to get some yardage maybe.
They better hurry. Play clock's down to about
10 seconds here.
10 seconds.
Cougars got to hurry to the line. 5 seconds to snap the ball here. Riker's going to get the ball off here and just barely does, and handoff here to McFarland, and McFarland got wrapped up in the backfield again. Tell you what, I don't think we have a single positive rushing yard.
No, not yet.
I mean, we've gotten stopped at the line of scrimmage 4 or 5 times, taken down the backfield 5 or 6 times.
What do we have a flag for? So we have what, unsportsmanlike on Palmer, it looks like. The referee threw it. That's not what you want to do when you're sitting there holding them. I mean, to me, those are senseless penalties. Now, if you're a Cougar fan, that's what you like to see, but you don't want to see that. I mean, there's no reason.
So we're going to have
Third and
2, 3rd and 3 here for the Cougars. Big change from about 3rd and 15.
Yep. Let's see what they can do.
Riker Martin under center gets the snap, flips it to Emmett McFarland. Emmett McFarland's going to take it, and
that's what he do. There
he's
you
going to get pushed.
Yeah.
He's going to get pushed here, and that's what you like to see as a coach.
Nice job, boys.
And his lineman just pushed him for about an extra 10 yards.
Hey, there's your positive yards. You know, I mean, I'm still know we've been negative, but there's some positive. That's good. So
maybe that'll give the boys a little confidence boost right there, hopefully. So 1st and 10 here for the
little Ryland Meadows just checked in. Look at him standing next to Elon Phelps. Oh, my goodness. So Riker Martin coming back. Minute 50 to go in the first quarter. 14-0 Chargers over the Cougars. It's still in the first quarter. Go ahead, Zach.
Riker Martin under center. Going to get the snap, and it's going to be reverse, double reverse. And Ethan Rohr just –
well, we got to –
and he's fighting. He's fighting to get those yards back, but just no holes are opening here for the Cougars on the run game.
Let's see what our flag is. So let's see what they want to do. So they're going to accept it.
Yep. It's a hold against the Cougars there. So now we got 1st and 20 here for the Cougars.
You know, just when you get something going, you unfortunately shoot yourself in the foot, man. That's just not what you need.
Absolutely.
You know, it's just like your offsides and your false starts. Just watch the ball. And it's just like even like that. It's like, guys, you know how to defend.
Riker Martin under center here, going to hand it off to Elon Phelps. Elon Phelps just runs through half the North Decatur defense and finally gets brought down.
I know he's not like moving along, but you know the positive in that? It just took 4 guys to bring him down.
Absolutely. And
I think if you keep grabbing that bull by the horns, man, pushing that up there, you're going to wear him down and bruise him up.
Yeah.
You know, we ain't even in the second quarter yet, so still a lot of football to play. And I think that you keep doing that, switching it up, but still every once in a while give it to Phelps, let him run it through there.
Yeah. So second and about 15 here for the Cougars. Riker Martin under center, going to get the snap, hand it off here to Cam Rigby. Cam Rigby just runs over somebody for North Decatur, and he gets a nice run.
Nice. Did you see that hit? That's what we're talking about. That's what you got to do, man.
He stiff-armed the kid, but the kid bounced off his body. He bounced off.
You know, it wasn't like the Derrick Henry one, but it was pretty darn close.
Yeah. And that was a pretty cool trick play there. I mean, Cam Rigby faked the handoff like he was going to hand it off and just kept it and went on the outside.
And that's that's the cool part about it. This is what they got to do.
Yeah.
I mean, now you're 1st and 10. Momentum's changing. Keep doing it. Smash mouth, man. Yeah. Smash mouth.
So 16.1 on the clock here, and
what we got?
1 second on the play clock. So called a timeout here. So we're going to take a quick break, and we will be back.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
All right, we are back here at South Decatur High School. 16.1 seconds left in the first quarter, and the Chargers are up 14-0.
All right, real quick, I want to go over our sponsors. Our first quarter sponsors, H&R Block, Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, Acre Automotive Group, Buy Right Auto, Decatur County Recycling, Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Walters Tire, Hampton Tebby Law Office, Cheer Blocks, which we still got some. We'll just go ahead and name them. Rush Hubler Ford, Levinstein's Abbey Carpet, Fleetwood Chevrolet, and Fry's A&W.
All right. 1st and 10 here for the Cougars. Again, 16.1 left in the first quarter. Riker Martin going to take the snap from the shotgun. Rolling to his right, looking to pass. He's got Ethan Rohr, but
no, who's the other one? 28.
That was it 28
Brody
or 20?
Bolt. Was it?
That was.
Can't tell. Let's see.
That was
28.
Yeah,
that's Brody Bolton.
And, I mean, he was back there.
I didn't even see him.
Yeah,
if he wouldn't have tipped that, he'd have caught that straight up. But that's all right.
Yeah.
At least they're mixing it up, and you got to do that.
Yeah. That was just great coverage there by the Chargers on that play. So we got 2nd and 10 here again for the Cougars. 11.8 now on the game clock. Riker Martin under center, and we got a delay of game here on the Cougars. Just too long in the huddle.
Yeah, they got to. And, man, that's something that's hard to work with. And I'm not for sure if they play. They always play with the play clock?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Mr. Martin, do they always play with the play clock usually? Is it? Okay. That's what I thought. So it's hit and miss. So. Oh, okay. They wanted it? Okay. So sometimes I guess it's like he was stating, it just depends on the officiating crew. Yep. So this crew wanted it, so that's what we're doing. 2nd
and about 13 here for the Cougars. Riker Martin under center, going to get the snap, and another penalty here, and it's going against the Cougars. False start is going to be the call. So we're going to back them up again, and Once again, like we said earlier, you got things going your way, and then
Yeah, you can't let this momentum go away, man, and that's what's hurting them. They get something good, and then they'll, penalty or something simple.
so now second and about. We're just gonna say second and forever.
Yeah.
Second and forever here for the Cougars. Riker Martin going to take the snap under center. One back in the backfield. That is Emmett McFarland. And it's going to be a handoff here to
Another fake.
Roar. And
Oh.
Cam Rigby fakes it to him, and he gets tackled after about a 2-yard gain. Tried to get that fake handoff again, and that's going to be the quarter. So we're going to take another break here, and we will be back shortly.
This is Michelle Galk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
Striving to be the best in the classroom or in their sport makes up a student athlete. Buy Right Auto has the same goals. Treating our guests to the best buying experience is the goal line. Beat the buzzer and come to Greensburg's used car superstore, Buy Right Auto, 920 North Michigan Avenue. Experience the great service from our team. Can't make it in? Call in your play to 812-662-9922. Buy Right Auto, Greensburg's used car superstore.
All right, we're back here at South Decatur High School. Start of the second quarter. Cougars have the ball and handoff here to Emmett McFarland, and he just gets stopped right at the line.
How amazing. They're reading them. You know what I mean? They're reading the plays. It doesn't matter what they're doing. They're reading them plays.
So we got fourth and forever here for the Cougars, and we're going to see.
I kick it too, man. He had a good kickoff.
It's kicking for the Cougars here to Emmett McFarland. Back deep for the Chargers, I believe, is Hunter Fruchnick.
Are you kidding? What we got here?
False start against the Cougars.
So Austin, the substitution, Austin Owens out, Raylan Henson in. The Cougars.
Another thing you don't want to go your way on fourth down, getting ready to punt. So Emmett McFarland back deep to punt here for the Cougars. Gets it away, and it's a decent punt here. Going to take a nice Cougar roll, and they're going to down it here at about the 25-ish yard line, almost, maybe about 27.
We gotta do something, man. We gotta get something going. We had a couple good runs, but
yeah, I mean, these boys are they're struggling to stop North Decatur's run game right now. So we got 1st and 10 here for the Chargers. Looks like they're going to go from under the center here.
you'd think if you were them, you'd start maybe running the ball. You know what I mean? Trying to run some time off the clock.
Yep. And they're going to hand it off, or play action.
Oh.
Quarterback's going to roll out, throw it, and his receiver just threw it too far out in front of him. Only got one hand on the ball. And that's a hard play to make on the run as a quarterback. You got to set your feet
Yep.
on the run and get it there.
Yes. Exactly right.
It looked like Dalton Schaus almost got a sack there, but the quarterback was quite small.
And Miles, if he'd have been about a foot or two sooner, he would have been right there not only just to tip that ball down, but could have possibly intercepted it.
Yes.
Just 1 or 2 steps off, man. That was it.
Looks like the Chargers are going to go under center here again. Got an I formation here, and it's going to be a handoff to the running back, and he's going to break 2 tackles, and he's going to get flung forward by Elon Phelps. That's one of them plays where if you got an arm around him, you drag him back to you and bring him backwards.
You know, and that's, I mean, just watching this here, even at 70, and Miles going, you know, head to head, and I don't know, man. They might have met their match a little bit with the power and the strength of it. So it's going to come down to the end of this game. Who's got more energy.
1st and 10 here for the Chargers from the 50. Going to go under center with the I formation. Going to be a handoff to the fullback, and he's got room again. That's Jimothy Ralston, and he's going to
Elon
just
Phelps catches
outrun.
him.
He's going to outrun everybody, and Elon's. It's hard when you're a linebacker that big and you got to chase down somebody from behind. Like it's a hard thing to do.
Oh, it is. Absolutely.
So we're going to have almost 1st and goal here for the Chargers. Looks like the ball's on about the 11-yard line here. 11, 12-yard line. Chargers are going to go under center again, offset I. Handoff to the running back this time, and he breaks 2 tackles, and he just stiff arms
Brody
Bolton there for the touchdown, and it is 20-0 here in the second quarter. 5:48.
Is it me, or do they just look winded and tired? I mean, even before the game started, Lovell, this ain't even the same team we watched the other night.
No, and again, like it's going back to them not playing that game last week due to the heat.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like the Chargers are going to go for 2 here again. Quarterback's under center. Going to take the snap and give the handoff on the sweep there to the wide receiver. And he did not get in.
And that was Miles, looked like, with the tackle.
Yep, and their 2-point conversion failed, so the score is 20-0, 5:48 in the second quarter. And you got to think now, man, like, you got to dig deep and find what you got left here to finish this half off. At least score.
Yeah, you got to do something. I mean, there's something you got to do and figure out. So I don't know, man. I mean, that's what I mean. I just don't know what to say. You know what I mean? It's just one of them things where you got to find it. And as you're getting tired and as you play the game, you know, I never actually played like high school football, but I can tell you that I don't care if you play high school football or you play backyard football. It's one of them things. As long as the game keeps going, you got to try to keep your endurance up somehow, some way. And it's the team that always fights too, no matter what the score is.
Yep.
It's starting to get out of hand and be hard to come back, but I'm not saying they can't. They just got to stop them. That's the big thing. Palmer kicks it off, line drive. It's going to be picked up by the Cougars. Looks like Brody Bolton. Yeah.
And we got a flag coming in here on the close side of the field. 2 flags.
2 flags.
See what they call here.
Horse collar against
the
North.
Chargers.
Ouch.
It's not too often you see that in junior high football.
No.
Usually it happens quite a bit in high school level, but
man, that's a stinger right off the bat.
Yeah.
Now here you go again. You got something going. You got the momentum. Well, it's smash mouth right now. That's what you got to do. And the Cougars have got to find a way.
I know you guys can't tell at home, but we can up here in the press box. The Chargers are playing 8 in the box.
Yep.
We got a timeout here for the Cougars.
Let's go ahead and take a commercial break. It is 5:42 left in the second quarter, 20-0 Chargers over the Cougars. We'll be right back.
Decatur County Recycling. Do you have a question about recycling?
How do I dispose of sharps? Can glass and plastic bottles be recycled? How do I dispose of tires and household hazardous waste? Is there somewhere I can take my recyclables? Those are questions for Decatur County Recycling. You can find more online at www.decaturcountysolidwaste.com. Decatur County Recycling, assisting the community in reducing the amount of material taken to the landfill.
Walters Tire services all of southeastern Indiana. And right now, through September 30th, you can get $200 back in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg.
All right, welcome back here to South Decatur High School. We had a timeout real quick, go over our sponsors again. Our second quarter sponsors, Decatur County Memorial Hospital, Gillen and Howe Funeral Home, Acre Automotive Group, Buy-Rite Auto, Decatur County Recycling, Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Walters Tire, Hamilton Tebby Law Office, Russ Hubler Ford, Levenstein's Abbey Carpet, Fleetwood Chevrolet, Fry's A&W. Thank you for sponsoring us, and most of all, allowing us to bring you this game tonight. You know, you can't help but wonder as a coach, like even with Josh, you know, what are you saying right now, Little? You played. I mean, what are you saying as a coach?
I mean, right now, you would say we got to find something, dig deep, play like you want to play the game.
Yeah.
Find that heart, find what made you want to play this game, and put it out there on the field, especially against your rival school.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I can't imagine. I guess if I was playing my rival school, I'd want to play smash mouth no matter what. So.
Oh, yeah. First and center for the Cougars, Riker Martin, or Ethan Rohr under center this time, gives it to Elon Phelps, and he gets stuffed.
He picked up on that one quick.
Saw some, looks like a little bit of Wildcat action there because Riker was not getting snapped. But it looks like.
Well, they might be trying something different. Rohr.
Yeah, look.
Riker's on the sideline.
Yeah, right here on the sideline. Ethan Rohr's in at quarterback.
I don't know if he's hurt or what. Might be. So it'll mix it up a little bit. Let's see what they're going to do.
Yeah. So we got about 2nd and 12 here for the Cougars. Ball on about the 48-yard line.
He made me think about it. You look at somebody like Phelps lining up, it's almost like a Derrick Henry across from you in the NFL. It's like, this kid is big.
Rohr under center, nobody in the backfield. Going to be a quick dump off, incomplete there. Try to get it to Cam Rigby.
And now we're going to go third down.
3rd and 12 here. Ball's still on about the 48. Man, it just seems like South does something. North Decatur counters it every single play.
Yeah, yep.
You get a few good runs in, and then they just counter it with great defensive shifts.
Yeah, and again, they're just going to have to find it. What you don't want is you don't want North Decatur scoring another touchdown before halftime because they're going to get the ball.
Ethan Rohr.
Oh.
Looks like that almost could have been a face mask there.
Golly.
That kid came across Cam
as hard
Rigby's
as he
helmet and hit him.
Yeah, as hard as he turned his head, I don't see how that – you know what I mean? Even with the look of that, it's whether you saw it or not, it's the way his head come back around.
So 4th and 15 here for the Cougars. Looks like they're going to get in punt formation here. And Emmett McFarland is going to punt here for the Cougars. Looks like they're trying to get personal protectors ready. Snap is off. McFarland's going to kick it here, and looks like he might have got it off the top of his foot, but it takes a good roll here. And Miles is just going to down it about the about the 20.
No, that's going to be
30. About a 30-yard line there. 35.
35-yard line.
So the Chargers are going to take over here. 3:52 here in the first half. And it's been a struggle for the Cougars to get any type of offense going.
Well, they just, man, and that's the nature of it, unfortunately. You watch a lot of football, and it's either going all your way or it's sometimes, unfortunately, not.
Yeah.
And tonight, it's not going their way.
Chargers are going to hand the ball off here to their running back, and he's going to get stuffed by Ladd Hampton and Elon Phelps.
Again, there's your two big guys that are inside there. That's, you need that.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the few times that we've stopped them for at least 2 yards. Other than that, they've gotten at least 10 yards a game.
Yep. So we'll see what they're going to come up with now.
It's about 2nd and 8 here for the Chargers. Looks like they're going to go out of the shotgun this time, one back to the right of the quarterback here.
They better be ready for the pass.
And it's going to be a quarterback keeper here. And he's just going to take it, and he's got a sideline. And Miles missed a tackle, and that almost –
how is that not a blind side?
That could have been a blind side.
That should have been a blind side hit on that side right there. I mean, that's what Josh is asking him right there. It's like, dude, for one, you don't want to see your guy get hit like that. Two, you got to call it when you're right there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big, that's something that you can't let go.
So 1st and 10 here for the Chargers. Ball on the 40. They're going to go under center here, offset I. It'll be a fake handoff and a little pitch there to the running back, and they had him stopped, and it's just green grass ahead of him now. And he's
not going to get away from Phelps. But daggone, man, you had 3 missed tackles back here.
Yeah.
And and I hate to be that kind of person, but you look at it like even with that, what the difference in that, you let them have that gain. You don't call the blindside hit because if you call the blindside hit, it's going to bring it back.
Yeah.
And they're going farther. Now you don't, and then it comes up here, and then you give up 25-yard run. That's where it stinks. It's hard to go. There's 2 clocks ticking away. We got 2:35 left in the first half.
1st and 10 here for the Chargers, about the 12-yard line. We're going to go under center, offset I, hand off to the running back again. He's got green grass ahead of him here on the
score a touchdown.
South sideline, and that's a touchdown. So now the score is 26-0. And you can just tell, I mean, even when we got here getting everything set up, like these boys looked like they were already
I don't understand
defeated.
what's going on with them, man. So they're going to go for 2.
Going in a I formation with that extra fullback. And they're going to hand it off to the running back, and he's
oh my gosh,
almost got stuffed.
Oh, he got in, they said.
Ladd Hampton had him, but just lost him as he tried to just dead weight him back. And that's going to be 28-0 here for the Chargers.
Let's take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Walters Tire services all of southeastern Indiana. And right now, through September 30th, you can get $200 back in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg.
All right, back here at South Decatur, the Chargers are going to kick off. That's Charlie Palmer. Back deep, Emmett McFarland and Ethan Rohr. Rohr's going to get the kickoff here. Got some grass up the middle.
Go!
And he's got
there
a lane.
It is. Go!
All he's got to beat is the kicker.
Go!
And it looks like Rohr just barely, and he is
not getting up.
He's not getting up. Looks like he think he's just winded.
I'm sure.
Great return. That's something you needed right there if you're the Cougars.
Yes, and you need to put points up right now.
Looks like
That's a good run, man.
Might have got taken down awkward because he walks back over to the sidelines holding his head. So.
Now that's a booster right there. The biggest thing, too, here's the biggest thing. Even if you turn the ball over and down, you got to stop them from scoring.
Yeah.
They've scored on every time they've had the ball.
Yeah.
And you can't do that. You don't want that.
So we got 1st and 10 here for the Cougars. Almost 1st and goal. Almost got there. Riker Martin back in the game at quarterback. He's going to go under center here. And it's going to be a handoff to Elon Phelps. Elon Phelps runs through 2 people, 3 people. Finally gets brought down by the rest of the team. And that's a hard task to do. Yeah. That's a big guy.
He is. And you got to wrap him up from waist down, man. If you don't, he's going to keep his legs. You let him get his legs moving. That's what these young fellas got to realize. When you're running that ball, get your legs moving, because when you get them moving, it's a hard to tackle.
Yeah.
Which you see that a lot at high school level with Corbin Johnson. I mean,
Absolutely.
We've seen that. I mean, that kid.
That's why he's so hard to take down.
He is, because he gets his feet moving, and that's just it. And he's solid, but
yeah.
You run into him, you're running into a brick wall.
So about 2nd and 5 here for the Cougars. Riker Martin back under center. Elon Phelps and Cam Rigby in the backfield with Emmett McFarland. McFarland's got a hole over here on the left side, and he keeps digging. Maybe he gets about 3 on the play.
I think the outside is open.
So you're going to need to watch that clock too, man.
Yep, 57 seconds to go here in the 2nd quarter. We're going to see if the Cougars can hopefully find a score that they desperately need here before the half. Riker Martin going to line up under center. We got another flag here. False start against the Cougars once again. So that's going to back them up here again and get something going good. Like we said, get something going good, and you shoot yourself in the foot.
That's where you got to play smart, man.
So 3rd down here, third and about 8.
Clock's still running.
Riker Martin under center. Going to be a pitch here to Elon Phelps, and he just lost it. And they're just going to get him down in the backfield. And we got a timeout here for the Cougars.
All right, well, let's take a break, man. We'll be right back.
Walters Tire services all of southeastern Indiana. And right now, through September 30th, you can get $200 back in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg. Make this the summer event with a new 2023 Jeep or new 2023 Ram truck from Acre Automotive. Right now, choose from a big selection of new 2023 Jeep Cherokees, Grand Cherokees, Wranglers, Gladiators, or Wagoneers. Or if you're thinking truck, Acres have a nice selection of new 2023 Ram half-ton, 3/4 ton, and 1-ton trucks. See Kevin Milburn, Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, or Dan Rubel at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg.
All right, we're back here at South Decatur High School. It's 4th down here for the Cougars inside Charter territory. I mean, it had that great kickoff return by Roar, and then from there it's just been downhill.
Yeah, we had a fumble, and they recovered it on this last play.
Looks like Riker Martin going to be under center here. Going to be a pitch
Fumble
here to
again.
Rigby, and Rigby dropped it, and Riker just falls on it, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. That is a heartbreaker.
And I don't know what to say, but I mean, it's just one
I don't
of
know.
those things. At halftime, they're going to have to really get together and figure out what's going on. You got to come out with something because you're 7 points away from after halftime it just being a continuous running clock.
Yeah.
And at this point, you're down. I mean, you're down 4 touchdowns. That's a rough place to be to come back even in a half.
Yeah. So 1st and 10 here for the Chargers. And they're going to take it from under center. And it's going to be a pass here. You're looking for a receiver on the right side, and he caught it. That's going to be Jimothy again. And time is going to expire here in the first half. Score 28-0 North Decatur.
All right, I think what we'll do is we'll take a real quick break. I'm trying to maybe get a word with Coach Martin here at halftime since we weren't able to talk to him the last couple of weeks at the varsity level, and we'll be back. So when we come back, we'll talk with Coach Martin for a few minutes.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
All right, welcome back here to South Decatur High School, where unfortunately the junior high Cougars are down 28-0 at halftime right now. We have Coach Martin joining us. Thank you, Coach, for joining us. We hadn't been able to talk to you the last couple of weeks.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I haven't been able to get up here.
Yeah, well, and last week we didn't. So let's kind of start back at North Decatur. I just want to say, though, at North Decatur, I mean, I know the score was what it was, but, man, from watching it from last year's game into this year's game, the score really don't tell the game. I know we were winded a little bit and tired, physical, but, man, when it first happened, I know me and Ludlow, we were calling it. That first play, they fumbled the ball, or we get to recovery, and then we end up running back for a touchdown on their first drive. Right. Correct?
Yeah.
And, man, I thought for sure then I'm like going, whoa, this is great. This is what we need. But you can elaborate on that a little bit.
And that's the thing. You couldn't have scripted a better, opening to the game. They just ran a little toss play with their Muckerhide kid, a little rocket, kid. And he fumbled it. We recovered. We gave it to Corbin a couple of times, and then he busted one, and we scored. We go up 7-0, and we're just – everybody's so thrilled. We're playing hard. We're playing, and we're getting after it, and the kids are excited. Everybody's excited. And then as the game went, yes, we started to get a little winded. I really thought conditioning-wise we were in better shape than what we ended up playing.
Yeah.
The cramp bug started hitting us, and I don't know what – it didn't appear as if North was suffering too much from cramps. The number of kids we had cramping, it affected the flow of our game.
Yeah.
We could never get into any kind of flow.
Right.
And we would do something good, and then a kid would cramp, and by the end of the game it was chaotic trying to get kids in and out, and so and that's what I told our team after the game was, the not taking care of your bodies like you should have been taking care of them. It didn't cost us the game, but it sure didn't help matters.
Right.
It was a factor in what happened, but I don't think the score was really an indicator of how well we played. I was very proud of our team, the way we came out, very aggressive.
Yeah.
So that was a step in the right direction for us in terms of our attitude. But if we could have just maintained that same attitude and poise throughout the game, it would have been a different score. I'm not saying we would have beaten North. They're a very good team. But, it was a step in the right direction for us.
Yeah, definitely. And then, of course, we weren't able to bring you the game Friday night, but that was a big win. I mean, 69-0. Talk a little bit about that. I know the team you know a little bit more about that team than what we
Right.
did. But
So Irvington Prep, they played last year was the first year for 8-man football in the state of Indiana, and so that's the route they took was 8-man last year. There were two teams that decided to bump up to 11-man this year: Irvington Prep and then Fort Wayne Blackhawk Christian up in the northern part of the state there. So they decided to play the 11-man route. They started putting a schedule together. We didn't really know anything about them other than they'd played 8-man last year. And then we got the film from their first week, and they got beat 73-0 in their first game. And so we were kind of like, okay, well, we still don't know what to expect. You know, that was their very first game.
Right, exactly.
But then they came down. You know, they played hard, but you could tell they were struggling to still figure out the nuances between 8-man and 11-man. They were having trouble there early on getting even lined up into correct formation. It was a legal formation.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. There's three of them, I think.
Yeah, it was. That first quarter ended up taking an hour to play because of all the penalties. But, you know, they'll get better. They'll get better as the year goes. So it was a good win for us. I'm not going to take away from that. Our kids did exactly what they should do, playing a team like Irvington. Mm-hmm. We ran 14 plays total for the night. I didn't even realize that till Coach A House was like, "You realize we only ran 14 plays for the entire night?" I'm like, "No." I felt like we were on defense forever, but we ran 14 total plays and scored 10 touchdowns on 14 plays.
Wow.
So it was like, we do what we're supposed to do. And so we try to take that. We try to find something positive to take away. We won, so that's a good thing. But it was, what can we find that we did well? Okay, well, we blocked and we did the things we were supposed to and tackled well and played defense well. But so I don't know. Edinburgh coming up Friday. It's going to be a completely different.
That was I was getting ready to ask.
Completely different.
I know
team.
they're 0-2, but still,
they're 0-2. But the two teams, they played them tight. They weren't. I think the first week it was 12-7, and last week was
20-6 against Cloverdale, I believe.
Yeah,
20-6. Yeah, and Cloverdale didn't make it 20-6 until like within the last minute of the game. So they played their first two opponents pretty tough, but they're an improved team. They're young, but they're improved. They're running a little bit different style of offense now this year. They're going a little more run heavy, whereas the last few years they've been throwing the ball all over the place. So I don't know. We've got to be prepared. If we can go in with the mentality that we had with North, we should come away with a win Friday night. I'm
excited about it. That game will be brought right here on WTRE.com. Zach and I will be bringing that to you. I don't know. I'm excited to see. I really am. I think from last year and even up, I know we've talked about junior high. We got a lot of boys moving up. But I think for our football program, the next 4 or 5 years, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we should have some, not that we're not now. I think we're improving every year, but we're building on that.
I feel like we're better off as an entire program from K through 12 than what we were last year. Our youth teams are doing tremendous. Our junior high is building. We're finally getting the mindset put in them about what we do in the off season. They're struggling a little bit today, so we still have things to work on, but we definitely have taken a step forward from last year to this year, and that's all we can ask for, and we're just going to keep building and building and see if we can't get it to, back to where it used to be back in the old days when it was a very respectable program, and I think people are starting to respect us again.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, thank you for joining us again. I do apologize. I hadn't got to talk to you the last couple of weeks, but thank you for joining us, and we'll hopefully get to talk to you Friday night.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. All right, that was Coach Martin joining us here at the halftime of the junior high game between your South Decatur Cougars and the visiting North Decatur Chargers, and the Chargers are winning 28-0 right now. We'll see what happens. I listen, it's football, and anything can happen in a half, and anything can go on. So the players are coming back. We're going to see. We're going to take a real quick time to thank our sponsors. Our halftime sponsor is Stone Farm Service. We don't have a third quarter sponsor, so anybody out there would like to sponsor the third quarter for us, that'd be great. We'd love to have you do that. Gillen and Howe Funeral Home, Acra Automotive Group, Buy Right Auto, Decatur County Recycling, Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Walters Tire, Hamilton Tebby Law Office, Russ Hubler Ford, Levenstein's Abbey Carpet, Fleetwood Chevrolet, and Fry's A&W. Thank you for sponsoring us and allowing us to bring you this game tonight. So, Zach, I'm going to take it away. The Chargers will get the ball back to start the half.
So, kicking off here for Cougars is Rylan Hanson, and it's going to be picked up here by the Chargers and going to get taken down there by Ladd Hampton and Rylan Hanson.
Oh, that kid, I don't see his number. Was it 30?
30, I believe.
Yeah, I don't see him on there.
Maybe the one, maybe
the Hunter Nobby, the blank, or
Hunter Nobby or Wyatt Moore.
Yeah,
don't see a 30 on their roster.
Or there's even Hayden Goolsby. So right now the Cougars got to stop, man. They just got to stop. They cannot allow them. They cannot allow them to score. Yeah. I mean, you can't allow them to score.
Got to find
because right now, if they score, you're going to go to a running clock.
Absolutely. It's 1st and 10 here for the Chargers. And take the snap from under center, one back in the backfield. Going to give it to him. And he's going to get stuffed there.
Now, that's good defense. What you need.
He's going to get stuffed after about a 1-yard run. Looks like might have been Elin and Miles in on the tackle there.
The thing is, them two are a dynamic duo, bud, and they need them. They got to have them every game playing their game. And today we haven't seen that at all.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. I haven't seen it all.
And that's like I told Josh here a while back. I told him, I said, you look at them, it's like Brian Urlacher and Ray Lewis coming at you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're big boys.
Chargers going to get the ball under center, and it's going to be a handoff to the fullback, and he's got a lane again and gets brought down in the secondary there by –
He's been their kryptonite today, man. That kid, Jimothy – what's his last name? Ralston, man, that kid is
he is
something else.
Yeah,
I mean, he finds the hole and he gets there.
Absolutely.
And he gets puts himself, and his offensive line gives him that hole too. Yeah. They create it.
And like we said earlier, I think we've kind of met our match up front.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So 1st and 10 here for the Chargers, and they're going to go out of the shotgun here, one back to the right of the quarterback. Going to get the snap, low snap. He's going to pass, and it's going to be incomplete. He tried to get it to Jimothy Ralston again. I think that's his bread and butter right there.
Well, I mean,
that kid.
And here's the thing. We all know this. You keep feeding the man where it's going. I mean, he's catching the ball, running, on long passes. He's running the ball. That's who's your man right now, and that's where you keep feeding the ball to.
So 2nd and 10 here for the Chargers. Looks like they're going to go out of shotgun again. One back to the left of the quarterback this time, and 2 receivers on the left as well. It's going to be a handoff here. Fake quarterback keeper. And he's going to fight for the yards, and the Cougars are just going to try to pile up.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's frustrating as a coach. They just think, I don't know. I'd be anxious to hear from Josh and them, and we'll get a broadcast more of their games here at home. I would like to do more, and we'll see. But I'd like to know. I just don't know. I don't know if they're tired. I don't know if they're lax, winded. I don't know, man.
3rd and about 3 here for the Chargers. Going to go under center and give it to the running back, and he's got a hole here, and he's brought down by Miles Wall.
Miles is already on the ground. Just grabbed a hold of his leg and pulled him down. But you're moving the chains, and they're scoring.
Yeah.
And
they have to stop him here. If not, it's going to be a running clock the rest of the game. So we got 1st down here for the Chargers, and they're going back under center, one back in the backfield. 2 receivers split to the right. Gonna get the snap, roll out to the right. He's gonna pass, and he's got somebody open there on the right side, and 3 South Decatur Cougars. Tackle. 3 Cougars hit each other, and
hey, I don't know who that looked like.
I don't know. Looks like it was Miles and Elon that hit each other.
Yeah, it was. It was Miles and Rar, I think, hit each other. Elon's back here by the end zone. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say.
They had that kid wrapped up.
They had him wrapped up and got away from him.
Just got away.
All right, so the Chargers come back to the line. 5:22 left here in the third quarter.
Looks like they're going to go in their gun here for the 2-point conversion. 2 fullbacks and a back in the backfield. It's going to be a fake handoff and a quarterback keeper, and he's going to just walk in for the touchdown almost there, and that's going to make the score 36-0 with 5:22 left here in the third quarter. And now you got to think if you're
a
Josh
running
here.
I think it is a running clock now.
If you're Josh here, you got to think, what do I do? What can I draw up in the playbook to get us at least some yards?
Yeah, you got to do something. I don't know.
It's just, if these boys came out flat today, I think that's what got them.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. You don't do nothing on your first drive, and you've given up a touchdown every time. And there's been a couple of times the momentum's been going, but they've had penalties or and you will have that, I know, in the game of football. But still, it's just stuff like that hurts you in the long run.
Yep. Palmer to kick off here for the Chargers. Roar going to take the kick. He's got a lane, but he's going to be quickly brought down by 2 Chargers. So the Cougars are going to take over here 1st and 10, about the 35-yard line. And now you got to try to find some magic to at least put some numbers up on the board here in the half. Maybe run some trick plays, wildcat formation or something.
So we'll see what they do.
The running clock here, so this will be a quicker half unless, I believe if they score, then the running clock will stop.
No, I think it keeps going. I think it keeps going. Once it starts, it stays going no matter what the score is. They can put up 20 points and they'll still.
Oh man. Riker Martin just lost the ball there on the snap, and and the Chargers immediately hop on it, so that's already a turnover there.
Nothing going right today for.
Nope. And it's one of those things. I mean, all sports, you have days where you're phenomenal, days where you can't get anything to fall your way.
And this is a game you want them to fall your way.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And there's times, again, I didn't realize the rivalry till we moved down here. And man alive.
So 1st and 10 here for the Chargers. Going to go under center, offset I formation. Going to hand it here to the running back, and he's going to get swallowed up behind the line. But
they had a flag come in. So I think it's holding against the Chargers.
It is going to be holding on the Chargers.
And again, there's a continual clock, so time just keeps ticking away.
So first and a mile here for the Chargers.
I love your analogies, Luddy. First and forever. First and a mile.
Chargers going to be under center here. Offset I formation, and it's going to be a handoff here to the running back, and he's going to fight his way forward for about 3.
That was 44. That was Elmer Rennekamp.
So now we got about second and a little bit closer.
Second and 3/4 of a mile. 3/4 of a mile now, buddy.
You just got to think of some interesting analogies
Oh,
here.
yeah, exactly.
Chargers are going to be under center again, offset I once again. The quarterback's going to lose the ball, but pick it up and just keep it.
Yeah, he did. It was Knox Templeton there. So now I think we're about 3rd and 5/8.
Yeah, about 3rd and
5/8
5/8
of a mile.
So now it looks like the Chargers are just trying to milk away the clock a little bit here, taking their time in the huddle. They're not even running up to the line. They're walking up there, making sure everybody's set. And that's something you can't have if you're the Cougars.
Yeah.
The Chargers are going to fake the handoff here, and it's going to be a quarterback rollout, and he's going to throw it off there.
Intercepted.
And it's picked off.
Nice job. There you go, boys. Come on. Don't give up, man.
Picked off there by Raylan Hansen. That was a pretty great interception there.
Yeah, I was going to say, he threw it over and where there was, definitely
there were
2 or 3 Cougars, but still,
yeah.
I mean, that's you can't take it away. It's a good interception, man. They needed that. You can't let them keep scoring.
No. So now the Cougars are going to take over 1st and 10. Ball on the 35. We're going to see what Josh has drawn up here on the sidelines to try to get these boys some positive yards. Riker Martin under center here. One back in the backfield is Emmett McFarland, and it's going to be a pitch here to Rigby. Rigby finds a little bit of a hole there. After about 4 yards, he gets taken down. And that's what you like to see. I mean, you at least want 4 yards on a run on average.
Oh, yeah.
To stay ahead of the chains.
Yeah. Well, you got to. And, I mean, they need to do it. And right now I know the score is what it is, but you got to do something. You got to find some positive here to build on somehow. Just get through this game, really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Without them scoring anymore.
Riker Martin under center, going to get the snap and pitch to Ethan Rohr. Rohr's going to try to find a lane on the far side, but he just gets stopped at the line of scrimmage. Boy, these Chargers are quick on the outside, off the edges. Just can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
So it'll be 3rd down here.
Time looks like it'll run out. Clock's going to run out. So it'll bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Scores 36-0. Chargers over the Cougars. We'll be right back to bring you the 4th quarter.
Make this the summer event with a new 2023 Jeep or new 2023 Ram truck from Acre Automotive. Right now, choose from a big selection of new 2023 Jeep Cherokees, Grand Cherokees, Wranglers, Gladiators, or Wagoneers. Or if you're thinking truck, Acres have a nice selection of new 2023 Ram half-ton, 3/4 ton, and 1-ton trucks. See Kevin Milburn, Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, or Dan Rubel at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
All right, back here at South Decatur High School for the 4th quarter of the game against the North Decatur Chargers, and a 36-0 here to start the 4th quarter, and it will be a running clock. So we're going to see if the Cougars can maybe put up few points here this quarter.
It'd be nice. They need it, definitely, for sure.
About 3rd and 5 here. Riker Martin going to get the handoff. He's going to roll out to his right.
Oh, he's hurting, man. He's hurting.
He's hurting, and he's going to get taken down in the backfield. About a loss of 5 or 6 on the play there. Man, just nothing falling right tonight for the Cougars.
Nothing at all, man. And that's just it. It's, you know, as a coach now, what do you do in this situation? You know, it's try to maybe run some different plays, do some different things, but you just wait for the clock to run out, really.
Yeah.
I mean, because once it runs out, then you can build for your next game.
Right.
And that's what they need to do.
So the Cougars are going to punt here. Emmett McFarland going to punt it here for the Cougars. Snap is away.
No.
And it's going to be a fake. They're going to fake it, and he's going to throw across the far side.
Oh.
He had Ethan Rohr on the far side, but it was too far ahead.
Well, there was another one, too, over there.
Cam Rigby, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now the Chargers are going to.
It was a little rugby-style 4th down play there.
Yeah. Yep. Man.
So the Chargers are going to take over on downs here.
Got to hold them here, man.
Yes.
Cannot let them score.
Looks like they're going to line up here in the offset I. Quarterback under center. Fullback set off to the right. Running back right behind him. It's going to be a handoff here to the running back.
They stopped him.
And he's going to be stopped.
Phelps.
Eeler Phelps.
Man, that's the stuff like that is like daggone.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you need earlier in that game, those solid tackles. Because I would think, again, I didn't play football, so I don't know, but I would think that you get hit a couple times or thrown down a couple times, you remember the number that's doing it to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you got to get that point out there early in the game, I would think. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Luddy, but I think you would. I mean, that's –
it definitely happens. Chargers take a snap from under center, handoff again to the running back, and it looks like
we got it.
Looks like Ladd Hampton dropped on it, and it is Cougar ball. Great awareness there by Ladd Hampton. His name is actually Hayden Hampton, but he likes to be called Ladd.
Okay. I never realized that, even though I saw that on there and I didn't put 2 and 2 together. That's all I've ever known him as is Ladd, so.
So the Cougars are going to take over after recovering that fumble. 1st and 10. Riker Martin under center. Handoff here.
There it is, Rohr. Come on.
Ethan Rohr.
Go.
Over here
Go.
on the
why didn't
side.
he keep going up that way? Why did he cut up the middle?
Still going.
Why did he cut up? Man, he had a wide open lane if he'd have kept coming over here to the sideline. And there was a lot of green grass. Even Josh is telling him now.
Yep.
You don't cut back in the middle where your defenders are. Keep coming out where you've already beat them. Man. You know, it's one of them things. I mean, I know we can see it up here and see the whole field too. But still, it's, you know.
Yep. So
that's frustrating, man.
It is. 1st and 10 for the Cougars on the 50, and Riker's going to give it off to Cam Rigby. Cam Rigby is going to take it for about 5 yards.
But even on that one, why didn't you juke back toward the backfield and try to get out around him? Because, again, it was wide open instead of cutting in between them.
And that's the thing some of these boys will learn once they play the high school level. Like, you have to make a move when you're running out to the outside.
Yeah.
You have to make a move. You can't just try to blow by the guy. It has to be a move that has to be made because these 8th graders will realize that everything's a lot faster.
Well, that, and I think when you get that varsity level with, you know, and Coach Martin and them do a good job because you think about it and you look at the varsity team, you got Corbin Johnson.
Yep.
And then you got JJ.
Yep.
And, man, I mean, that kid's just as quick and can go too.
Riker taking the ball.
Oh, good.
From the gun. And it's going to be a pass to Ethan Rohr. And it's going to be enough for a first down. Great pitch and catch game there by the Cougars. And that's the momentum that I think they needed in the first half.
Oh, yeah, definitely, man.
If they got it going in the first half, this would have been a different ball game.
And not just the momentum on offense, but you got to get that momentum on defense and stop them. When you let them run and score on every drive that they get, the score gets out of hand like it is, and then you're fighting an uphill battle.
Absolutely.
14 points you can do something with, but 36 is hard.
Riker Martin, backfield by himself, going to throw it to Roar, and Roar's going to be taken out after maybe about it's probably going to be no gain. He had to come back all the way back to the line of scrimmage to catch that pass. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 here. Like this little mix-up, they have trips to the right. That's not something you really see at the junior high level, but sometimes you mix it up, you can throw people off.
And let me ask this or say this. Is this a time that you start doing things that you normally wouldn't maybe do, that just trying it out and seeing, and then maybe something you can use for your next game?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would think so.
1st and 10 here for the Cougars, and we're going to have a false start.
Phelps had that ball, and he had that tank running, boy. He was ready to hit that line.
Looks like that one was on Brody Bolton. He ran back to the line of scrimmage as the ball was snapped. Didn't know where he was supposed to be. Costly penalty there when you have momentum going.
Oh, yeah, that's something you don't – I don't know, buddy.
2nd down here for the Cougars. Riker Martin going to give it to Elon Phelps up the middle. And Elon's going to fight for some yards.
Clock's still ticking away. We're under 2 minutes now. Oh, let's see if we can get a score before this is over with, man.
Yeah. So we're back to the original line of scrimmage here. 3rd and 10 for the Cougars. Looks like we're going to go.
So.
We're going to go under center here. 2 fullbacks and Elon Phelps in the very back. And Elon's going to get it and run through everybody, but they stop him after maybe about a yard. I don't know if they'll give him forward progress.
He's a big boy, man. They stopped him, though. I mean, they stopped him on that run. So if they're going to do something better, you got a minute.
They did give him forward progress, but still about 4th and 5, 4th and 6 here. Timeout here.
Timeout. So it stops the clock. And we will take a real quick break. We'll be back in just a minute.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
Welcome back here to South Decatur High School. 43 seconds left here in this contest where the visiting North Decatur Chargers are beating your South Decatur Cougars 36-0. It's been an unfortunate flat evening for the Cougars tonight. They just, I don't know, maybe hopefully get a chance to talk with Coach Wall after the game. I'm not for sure, but we'll see. Be interesting to see because it's definitely a team we watched last week. But they were supposed to have a game last Thursday and they didn't. They're actually going to fake it.
McFarland fakes the punt. He's going to run.
Then you got
almost
a flag
got
come
a first
in.
down. I don't know if that one's going to be on the Cougars. Interesting play call there.
Holding against the Cougars, looks like. And they'll probably decline it and turn it over. We'll see what they're going to do. You know, at this point, man, you decline it, take it over, kneel it, and end the game. I mean, it's, you know. But I've seen rivalries before where they try to get that one last smash mouth play in to do something, but hopefully they don't.
Yeah. So the Chargers did decline that. And they're going to take the ball over. So it looks like they're going to line up here in the I formation. Quarterback under center. Going to hand it to the running back, and he's going to be stuffed in the backfield by Elon Phelps. He just kind of body slammed him down.
Where's that been all game? It should be the end of the contest.
That may be the end of the game here. Yes, it is. They're going to call that the end of the game. So your final score here from Ralph Scheibel Field at South Decatur, the Chargers 36, the Cougars nothing. Kind of heartbreak hotel from the get-go.
Yep. I'll tell you what, Zach, let's take a quick break, come back. We'll talk a little bit about the game. Hopefully we can get Coach Wall to come up and talk. I know it's always hard to do when you have a big loss like that. The last thing you want to do is talk to the radio, but maybe we'll get him to come up and do that. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Make this the summer event with a new 2023 Jeep or new 2023 Ram truck from Acre Automotive. Right now, choose from a big selection of new 2023 Jeep Cherokees, Grand Cherokees, Wranglers, Gladiators, or Wagoneers. Or if you're thinking truck, Acres have a nice selection of new 2023 Ram half-ton, 3/4-ton, and 1-ton trucks. See Kevin Milburn, Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, or Dan Rubel at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
This is Michelle Galk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
Striving to be the best in the classroom or in their sport makes up a student athlete. Buy Right Auto has the same goals. Treating our guests to the best buying experience is the goal line. Beat the buzzer and come to Greensburg's used car superstore, Buy Right Auto, 920 North Michigan Avenue. Experience the great service from our team. Can't make it in? Call in your play to 812-662-9922. Buy Right Auto, Greensburg's used car superstore.
Decatur County Recycling. Do you have a question about recycling?
How do I dispose of sharps? Can glass and plastic bottles be recycled? How do I dispose of tires and household hazardous waste? Is there somewhere I can take my recyclables? Those are questions for Decatur County Recycling. You can find more online at www.decaturcountysolidwaste.com. Decatur County Recycling, assisting the community in reducing the amount of material taken to the landfill.
Walters Tire services all of southeastern Indiana. And right now, through September 30th, you can get $200 back in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg. Make this the summer event with a new 2023 Jeep or new 2023 Ram truck from Acre Automotive. Right now, choose from a big selection of new 2023 Jeep Cherokees, Grand Cherokees, Wranglers, Gladiators, or Wagoneers. Or if you're thinking truck, Acres have a nice selection of new 2023 Ram half-ton, 3/4-ton, and 1-ton trucks. See Kevin Milburn, Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, or Dan Rubel at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
All right, welcome back here to South Decatur High School. And I don't think we're going to get a word with Coach Wall tonight, which, again, I can understand why. Yeah. It's one of them things where you got to try to see you later. All right. It's one of them things, man, where there's sometimes you do and sometimes you don't, and I get it. Yeah. I think tonight we were lacked. We looked slow off the line. We didn't block. I was talking even to Uncle tonight just now, and at 64 at Palmer for them, if you'd eliminate him out of that game, I think it would have helped a lot. But and Miles started coming up hitting, but you almost had to double team and I figured he'd wear out, but he didn't. So give it to him on that one. It's one of them things. It's tough, and it's a tough loss. So we'll try to pick up another junior high game, but make sure to tune in Friday night where the Edinburgh Lancers make the trip here to South Decatur High School to take on your South Decatur varsity team. The Lancers come in 0-2. South Decatur comes in at 1-1, and I think it'll be a good contest. But I think hopefully we'll see that with South. This more smash mouth play. Yep. Maybe put up 70 points against Edinburgh. That'd be great.
I know.
So on behalf of Zach Luddle, myself, thank you for tuning in and listening. We'll try to get another game and get that out there. So y'all have a good night.